Hey friends, welcome back to Jardin Autoworks. If you like working on cars and trucks, if you like looking at cars and trucks, if you like doing fabrication and modification, you have come to the right place. Today we're going to be working on a 2012 Dodge Avenger. We're going to be replacing the headlights, both low beams and high beams. So let's get to it. Alright my friends, so what we've got today, we've got a 2012 Dodge Avenger. We're going to be replacing the high and low beams today. So this isn't going to cost you a lot of money, it's not going to take you a lot of time, and you won't have to get any tools out. This is pretty straightforward. I want to make sure and give you the time it takes to actually do this job. But I will give you the time right now. The time right now is 2:21. Let's see how long it takes us to get this job done. So what we've got the low beams on the outside, high beams on the inside, and the corresponding positions. We've got, here's the high beam right there, and the low beam is just underneath this cape here, right there. It's right at the tip of my finger here. Alright, so when we're looking at the car on the driver's side, what we're going to do is we're going to stick our arm right through this hole right here. On the front side, or on the light side of the air cleaner housing, we're going to stick our hand right through here and reach all the way back to our plug right here. This is the low beam, and in order to get the low beam off, there's a split in that retainer clip. It's a plastic retainer clip, so what you're going to do is you're going to get your thumb behind that up against the actual light. You're going to pull out on it and push down at the same time. There you go, and there's the plug right there. Okay, so what you're going to do after you get your electrical connector off is you're going to spin the bottom towards the air cleaner housing box, and it may take just a little bit of effort, but you spin it probably a quarter turn, so not very far. You can kind of see how far it turned there, not even 90 degrees. Then you're going to be able to pull him out, and you can see the tabs that align that headlight and hold it in there. So we're going to take that out, pull it back through that same hole, and there it is. If you're just taking it out for some kind of maintenance purposes and stuff, you want to set that light bulb aside. Do not touch the glass. The oils from your fingers will reduce the life of that bulb. To double check and make sure that we have the right bulb on there, that's a 9006. That's the low beam. That's one we're replacing. All right, so we've got the 9006. This is the low beam stuff. Again, when you're dealing with these halogen lights, you want to make sure not to touch the glass, because the oils from your fingers will reduce the life of the bulb itself. Alright, so we're going to go back in through the same hole here between the air box and your fuse control here, your fuse panel. You're going to go down in between here with your hand and the bulb. We're going to get in here and we're going to stick that bulb back in the hole. The bottom of that light is at that quarter degree turn, and the tabs for the light itself, you can kind of see them, they're reflecting there. The tabs will align with how they sit inside the headlight housing, and then once you're all the way in there and your tabs are all the way in, then you're going to push down on the connector portion of that headlight until it clicks, just like that. You want to grab your connector, make sure that those plastic tabs that hold everything into place are facing towards the driver, and then press up on your electrical connector until you hear it click, just like that, and you are in. You've just replaced the low beam headlight on the driver's side. So we started at 2:21. It took me 5 minutes to get my lights and all the other stuff that I needed to start this job. So right now 2:30, we've got the high beams Our hands are going to go in that same hole right here between the air box and your fuse box. They're going to go right down there, and again with the plastic retainer clip, just where my thumb is right there, you can see it right on the top. You're going to get your thumb behind those tabs and you're going to pull out slightly and push down. Okay. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to get those plastic retainer clips above that little tab that's right there on the headlight. So we've got our connector off. We'll set that and let it go. For me, I'm going to go in with my right hand down through that same hole so that I get a better grip. And then you're going to twist the connector end of your headlight towards the center of the car. Just like that. Again, a quarter turn, it should release it. And then play around with it just a little bit, wiggle it out until those tabs line up on the headlight housing. Pull your high beam headlight out. Okay. Don't touch the glass. Let's check to make sure that we got the right bulb before we open the other one. This is a 9005. You can see that just underneath the A in Sylvania. Here's our 9005. This is our new bulb. So we're going to go back in with the hand that we want to twist with. We're going to go back in through the same hole right next to the air cleaner in the fuse box. We're going to get our light lined up here. We're going to get our tabs lined up by spinning the connector end of the headlight over that about 45 degrees. We're going to get those tabs in and set solid, and then we're going to spin the bottom till it clicks, just like that. Make sure your plastic retainer clip is facing the right direction. Push it up until it clicks. Okay. And you've just replaced a high beam headlight driver's side. If automotive repair like this interests you, make sure and hit that like and subscribe button and ring that bell so you're notified of all new videos when they come out. Let's get back to it. So 6 minutes have gone by for replacing that high beam headlight. So it's 2:37 now. We're gonna do the passenger side and we're gonna see if we can't get that done here pretty quick. So on the passenger side, again, we have our low beam headlight, which is on the outside of the car. There's the fender. The outside is the low beam, inside is the high beam, and in the corresponding positions, we've got the low beam right there, just above my finger. High beam is right there, just below the light. Okay, so to get your bearings, what we're going to do is we're going to come in over the top of our coolant reservoir line. We're going to come in over the top and close to the motor. We're going to stick our hands just underneath this support piece right here to get at our low beam headlight. So over the top of the coolant line and up underneath. Okay, and we're back there. We've got that plastic retaining clip that we're going to get behind. We're going to pull out slightly and push down. Okay, we've got that out. You can see the connector right there. We are going to push the bottom of the headlight away from us now to release it. Okay, we're going to spin it about 45 degrees and line up those tabs on the headlight, and then they'll pull out of the hole, pull our headlight out, come back out the same way. And this is actually the headlight that was out. This is the low beam. So we've got our new low beam right here. Making sure, be careful not to touch the light. We are going to come back in over the top of your coolant hose here and up and underneath that the support to line back up with our headlight bucket. We're going to spin the headlight so that the tabs line up and go into the headlight assembly. And we're at that 45-degree angle. We're going to pull the connector end of the headlight back to us until it clicks. We're going to grab our electrical connector and we're going to push up with it until it clicks, just like that. Okay, low beam done. Now we're going over here to our high beam. The same way to get in there, over the top of the coolant, underneath the support beam. We've got our plastic clip. Pull out on the tabs on the plastic retainer, push down. We got it out. Then push your connector end of your headlight towards the passenger fender, just like that. Spin it about 45 degrees. If you can see the tabs and the housing here, you can look over the top. You can kind of see how the tabs are lined up there. We're going to play with it just a little bit here to get the tabs better aligned, just like that, and then that headlight comes out. Okay. High beam is out, and we've got our high beam ready to go over here, making sure not to touch that glass. We're going to grab the connector end over the top of the cooler, underneath the support, and right back in the hole. Line those tabs up, put the connector end of the headlight about 45 degrees, and those tabs should line up. Get them inside the tabs inside the housing. Once inside the housing, you're going to pull down on your connector end of the headlight until it clicks. Okay, once it's clicked and straight down, that's kind of the alignment of the connector end of the headlights on all 4 of these. Grab your connector, electrical connector end. Make sure your retainer clips are on the right end here, and push up until it clicks, and you have just replaced your high and low beam on your passenger side. So let's take a look at the time here real quick, and let's see. It is 2:42. So what was that? 6 minutes? No, it was 2:37 the last time we looked. So 5 minutes outright. At Walmart, both sets, so this came in a pack of 2, the low beams. In the high beams, they only came as singles. Okay, so all total, this was about $100. And so for $100 and about 10 minutes of your time, no tools necessary, you can change all of the headlights in your Dodge Avenger. All right, there you have it, my friends. Changing the headlights, low beams and high beams on a 2012 Dodge Avenger. If you're interested in more repairs on this vehicle or a vehicle similar, 2012 Dodge Avenger, it's got the 2.4 4-cylinder. Make sure and hit that like and subscribe button and ring that bell for notification so that you're notified of all new videos when they come out. I'm David, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Jardin Autoworks.